Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gordon. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Mayfield. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Austin. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gone, 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 gone.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Throwing is Jackson. For the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Jackson from the shotgun. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tide. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Just 1 catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Gone, 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 gone.
To throw again is Jackson. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Detroit, Detroit. Over.
Jackson will throw again. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Brashad Perriman, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10.
Back down to that Philly. Here we go.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Mayfield. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
No. Check. Patriot.
First down, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. That'll bring up second down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Houston in there to sack him for a loss of 6. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Mayfield. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Justin Houston in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of the...
Rashad Perriman off to the races. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Perriman, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They go play action here on 1st down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, Mayfield. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
That was second down run for Murray. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
No, Jack, Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Jackson on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56.
From the gun, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Yeah, baby.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a first and 10 at the 17. And Jackson throwing once more. Shakes off the side. Now he's forced out right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. And he's had great protection back there to throw. Really been able to survey from the pocket.
That means the jersey stays clean, so the dry cleaning bill, that's reduced. It also means the trainer doesn't have to deal with him because he's not getting hit. Also means that he's able to find targets downfield at his leisure. That allows him to be really accurate.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now it's Jackson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Mayfield looks to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Mayfield. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. A first down throw from Mayfield. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. And Gonzalez puts this one through. So it's on. We now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
This is taken at the 10. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back to the offense.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Le'Veon Bell, 62 yards. And the Browns get a score closer. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A very solid gain of 27. And in this weather, and I know you weren't a quarterback, you were on the defensive side of things, but how hard is it to throw that football?
It can't be easy because you never know how the moisture is going to affect things, and each quarterback handles it differently. Some of them are a little bit better than others. Depends whether they wear a glove, not wear a glove. How cold is it? You know, all those things go into it. But it goes to everything else. Keeping your footing when you're running routes. Supposedly you have the advantage as a receiver because you know where you're going, but that's not easy as well. Finally, just locating the ball when it finally comes through the snow. Kids love it. Kids love snow. Players, not so much at times.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Flushed out right, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield taking a shot for Samuel. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down? The offense, what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Austin. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now again, this is Murray. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Gone, 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 gone.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Detroit! Detroit! Set!
To throw is Jackson. Forced out to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 23. Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. This on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing. And as a player, that means an awful lot.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Latavius Murray, a 3-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens will extend their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, check. Gun!
2nd down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
They have maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Detroit!
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, and you pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Got three.
On 3rd down, Murray. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now Mayfield goes underneath for Bell. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Mayfield. This is Bell on the dump off. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Browns on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Gone! Detroit! Detroit! Come to me, it's me. Banjo.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their 1st, but at least it's 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 54 yards away. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And the Ravens taking the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that would help him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Murray. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They go with Murray again. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And some room to roam now. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.